What's going on, people, and welcome to the first part of a 3-part series where I'm going to be mixing a rock track from scratch. You can see in the background here I'm just setting up the session. Now, I've got no experience mixing rock. I've got little experience mixing live instruments and live bands, so it was a challenge I wanted to set for myself, being someone who predominantly mixes rap music, to try and mix a rock song. So if you've stumbled across my page and you're a rock mixer or a rock producer, let me know how I got on. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the parts, and yeah, let's get into the mix. So we're gonna get a auxiliary here for all of our kicks. We'll rename that kicks as well. We'll send that to drums. Okay, so with snares, you have the top of the snare and the bottom of the snare. So at the bottom of a snare drum, there's like these metal kind of I don't know what you'd call them, like ball bearings. I don't know how to explain it, like metal beads that are at the bottom of a snare drum. So you mic up the bottom of the snare to capture that. You can kind of hear what it is, hear that rattle, and then the top of the snare you get the ping. So we want to get a nice blend of them. One thing I remember, I listened to the demo a good few times, and that's what I do when I mix. I usually just listen to the demo to kind of get an idea of where everything's meant to be. And one thing I got from the demo is the snare is quite loud in the mix. The snare is kind of like the driving force, and usually the kind of music that I mix is usually the kick and the 808 and the vocals that are kind of the driving force, whereas the snare is kind of sitting right at the top of the mix. Forgot to bust this to drums. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some gating on those toms, and gating is when you kind of you set a threshold, I guess, so that anything below that threshold is completely cut out. Not completely cut out, but there'll be like we'll add some sustain, and that way we just get the toms coming through without all of the background noise. Because obviously, believe it or not, if you've never recorded a band or mixed a band before, believe it or not, everything's recorded at the same time, so you get bleed from the different microphones. I know that sounds probably obvious if you are experienced, but there will be people watching who have never mixed or done anything with live sound before. So yeah, in an ideal world, everything is isolated, but in the real world, when you're recording drums, you're gonna have bleed from the different microphones. Still got to figure out these toms. I believe this third one is a tom. Floor mic. Actually, I don't know, because it says floor mic. So yeah, I think these two are the toms, and this, I don't know. Let's get rid of that for now, because it just sounds like a lot of noise to me. I'm not really feeling that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a gate now. So let's find a part where we have a nice tom roll. Nope. Let's get rid of this for a sec. I just want to do that there. Is that not the other? You know what? Give me a sec. Let's do one thing at a time. This is what happens when you got ADHD. You get very distracted. So let's just get some gates going on these drums. We're not going to use any of the virtual channels because this has been recorded live. So yeah, I'm going to give those a miss on this. Look, gate drums. And I've never used this. So shall we use a... Look at this. Use a preset. Detection filters. Those snares, can we turn off? I want to do a high roll. What does this do? So what we can do is we can just loop a snare. And just do that until you can't hear the snare no more. Okay, that didn't work. I think that's a little bit too extreme for my. But maybe the overheads will pick back up some of that, the high frequencies of those toms. don't think it sounds too bad. I don't think it sounds too bad. I don't know if I want to cut it out either. I mean, for now we'll leave it until we've listened through a couple of times, and then we can kind of see how we feel from there. Okay, let's get a low roll on that. We're gonna pan these toms. Maybe just like that. Okay, so I've done a little bit of a level mix just on the drums. That's kind of where I wanted to start. You know, I'm getting somewhere. I want to start EQing the kicks and start compressing the kicks next. But I just want to get an overall kind of mix just using the faders. I did do a few things here. It's mainly gate and stuff. I added some reverb on the room mic. I just wanted the room to sound a little bit more, give it a little bit more space. But we're gonna move on now to the bass. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of, it's so far, I think the most kind of complicated thing so far has been just deciding what I want to be in the forefront out of all of these kicks, the snares, the floor mic and stuff like that, where I want to put everything in the mix. That is probably the biggest difference so far within mixing rock music and mixing rap or hip hop, trap, drill, whatever. There's a lot more there's a lot more work you have to do to get things placed right in the mix, because, you know, here we've got kick, snare, hi-hat. Like in a drill song, you'd have a kick, snare, hi-hat, and that's it. Whereas here you've got 3 kicks, 3 mic, 3, well, the same kick, but mic'd up in 3 different ways. You've got overheads, you've got snare top, bottom, you've got hats, you've got the toms. So yeah, you just need to kind of getting everything sitting nice in the mix is a challenge, but it's fun. So far I'm having fun. So yeah, let's move on to, what are these? I think these are the overheads. Wait. Oh yeah, I knew those were the overheads. So what I was saying before, you've got 2 basses here. You've got direct input and then you've got it mic'd up. So let me hear. So yeah, we've got the amp with a mic in front of it, and we're recording the amp. That 808, I'm gonna turn that down as well. It's a little bit distracting.
That you're doing me on my mind. Your red or green dress and your fire burning all the time. Get me high and you bring me down low. So low, feel like I'm down on the floor. Oh! that you do.
So yeah, that first part was really just about getting a foundation for my mix using just faders, getting everything sitting where I want it to sit. The vocals, I did some panning there as you saw on the guitars and earlier on the toms, color code and everything, getting my mix set up, doing more of the admin stuff as I like to call it. But in the next part, remember this is the first part of 3. In the next part, we're going to be using some actual plugins, getting our buses sounding good, getting some plugins on our buses, and yeah, really fleshing out the mix. So ding that bell if you don't want to miss the second part, and of course the third part where I show you the finished mix. And let me know how I'm getting on in the comments below. Drop me a like if you like the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.